Hey, it's Cubelex, and welcome to JewelCast, the only podcast that cares about Match 3 games. Now, we have a few guests with us today, so everybody introduce yourselves.
I'm Yalek, once again here.
Alright. So that was Yalek. Oh, we're missing someone. We're missing someone.
Um,
Hello.
So that was Roy the Dragon, then Marble, then Roy the Dragon again. And we're missing Pat 2017. Maybe I'm gonna ping him.
Yeah, ping him real quick.
Oh, he's not online. Oh, I don't think he knew what hell was gonna. Okay. We'll let that go for now. So the topic for today is speed versus strategy. So, yeah, let's just talk about it. What technique does everybody enjoy at first?
First technique, okay, I'm gonna start with myself. First technique I used, starting to develop my Jeweled, was basically the strategy method, which means I played classic mode the entire time that I was basically playing the game. What I usually do is that the strategy, basically the strategy that Ruby used, making matches in the top of the board while at the same time preserving the matches in the bottom of the board, because that is a strategy to use. Therefore, preferring getting hypercubes, at least 4 or more. While in the lightning and ice storm modes, I decided to use the speed method, kind of similar to what I use in a lot faster, but a lot more random. Just like, go all out place, just go all out and just see. But first starting out slow inside the lower multipliers, but gradually speeding up as, Ice Storm and Lightning mode starts to get harder and harder with Ice Calm starting to rise a little bit more and more.
Yeah. I mean, there's just certain modes where it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah, that's basically how I usually do ice strategy.
Yeah. My. Well, I guess we can have Roy go then.
So you're asking about my strategy, huh?
Yeah, whether you tend towards more speed or like actual strategy.
Well, all depends on the situation. If I'm going for, if I'm playing modes like action mode, lightning, and or ice storm, or if I'm playing plus, the time bomb mode, I usually go for speed, but then also check for bigger matches.
Yep.
But once it comes to stuff like classic mode, I usually look for moves around my board and setups that can be possible to create special gems.
Yeah.
So basically, just the average technique. I'd say I like to tend towards more speed, and I think this is mainly because of Blitz, with the speed bonuses. And also just because I play faster paced modes. Like, I think the slowest mode I play is Diamond Mine, to be honest.
Yeah, Zen mode was really... Zen mode, you don't have to strategize, you're not basically practice.
Zen mode, you don't really have to do anything at all. You can kind of just
don't
go.
really do anything. Don't really have to do anything. Sit there and relax, I guess.
I do in fact think that Zen is literally there just that way you can relax. And the reason why I say this is because of Bejeweled 3's Zen mode. I mean, it has all those settings built just for it.
Yep.
So what about you, Marvel? What do you tend to?
I just go whenever I feel like using.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Oh, hey! Pat's here! Hey!
Yeah, he's here, sweet.
Hello? He's not talking. Alright, I guess for right now, at the moment, we're gonna have to go with people that are in the text chat.
Yeah.
So you guys just, I guess, just answer the question yourself, and we'll read it off.
Ruby Cord says, for me, it's been more tamed the speed type player, thanks to Blitz.
Yeah. I mean, at this point though, who doesn't play Blitz?
Yeah, I'm like the only one who does that was updated. I would get later.
I think the problem with Blitz though is like, which one is it? Because
Yeah,
there's
which one is
like 3 different. We cannot hear you, Pat.
Hold on just a sec, I gotta mute my mic. Sorry for...
But yeah, I think it's just that Blitz is kind of the mode that everybody's probably played at least once, because it's so accessible. It's on mobile devices, it's on PC. Rocky plays... Okay, so we're gonna keep with Ruby cores for a second. The even sped up lightning mode from 3, and not to forget hyper mode from 2 are the ones that pretty much maybe stack my stats on speed over strategy. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been the technique for a while. Okay, so Rocky Plays says, I actually like to do both speed, strategy, and speed, and I feel like that's what a lot of people kind of tend towards, like...
That's what I do, too.
Okay, Charlie says, my strategy is just a casual play, so I don't have any good strategy for the game. Well, yeah, I mean... So, Diskette, we'll have somebody else read out Diskettes.
I like speed games, so I go with the...
Your mic cut out.
Oh, my mic goes out?
Yeah, your mic is cutting out sometimes.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, I like speed sometimes. I like speed games, so I go with the speed modes most of the time, except Twist Classic mode, which I like because of the deep strategy it has.
Alright, well, there we go. And I'm gonna have to turn you back up. I turned you down because you were way too loud, and then now you're too quiet. Alright, there we go. So J-Ray says, speed because I can't strategy to save my life, and I used to play Blitz a lot. Yeah, I feel like speed is kind of just the way that people are, because, I mean, it's a match 3 game. You can't really have that much strategy, but it's nice to see what everybody's saying. Yeah. And yeah, and Ruby Court said, since even with the best strategy, I still get done by RNG too far often. My low score on Butterfly and Poker scores is a dim. Yeah, poker is kind of just the most ridiculous thing for that.
Hold on just a second. Mute my mic again. Hold on.
Poker, it's kind of just, that's the only option you have is to, yeah. Discus says, poker is boring. Oh my god, I agree so much.
Same.
Alright, so Elliot says, as an ET player, it's definitely a strategy for ET being elite technique. It's definitely strategy for me. Techniques are incredibly useful and are the main thing that boosts my scores in 3 and the old version of Blitz. Why do people hate poker mode?
Well, guess what? Me and Luna Chase are the like poker mode.
I mean, yeah, I see the draw for poker mode. It's definitely, puts it, it's inferior to real poker. It's definitely, more towards people who, play in a slower mode, but not a lot of people seem to do that.
Yeah, because poker, you're just matching up cards in like a...
You're
like
trying to, yeah.
I mean, it tends to be slower, and then the sport starts to get more, oh jeez, what's the word I'm looking for?
Mixed?
It seems to get more random than what you want to get, because then the skulls start appearing and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you need to get, like, the best combinations.
Yep.
Okay, Pat, who can't use his mic, says, for me, when I play lightning mode, I'll only go for speed, because I don't really care about strategy on it.
Oh.
And, yeah, I can see why people would say that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty important thing for when you're going fast and you're trying to keep going. Okay, so Discus says poker is basically Twist's color challenge, but it's only its own game mode. Which one was that? I forget what that was.
It was... Wow. I don't even know.
Jump to it.
Spectrum.
It's Spectrum.
Yep,
Wait, no, yeah, it was Spectrum, because the other one was Preserver.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, Spectrum.
It was indeed
But
Spectrum.
I kind of don't really like the Spectrum challenges just because of how much set they cause.
Yeah.
And you can't
Someone else
do
joined.
setup in poker.
Somebody else. Yep. Somebody else just joined Cubelex, so I think it's Ollipops or whatever.
Yeah, Ollipops just jumped in. I mean, a lot of people have jumped in since we started.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much by the time you get on Times 8 and beyond, you're on speed to trigger blazing speed and screw everything else that would delay. I know! Oh my gosh, and I have an issue with that. I can't
I used to get above... Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Anyways. I used to get above Times 8 a couple times in my lifetime, but, fortunately I can't do that anymore because of, like, I don't know, time constraints in my life and, like, basically just work and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then I just can't, like, I can't hit blazing speed, and I can rarely hit Times 8. Okay, so Rocket Play says, sometimes when I play the balance quest in 3, I combine both strategy and speed for some reason. I know that reason. I know that reason.
Aha.
Because on balance, if you are unbalanced, you're gonna want to go fast so that way you don't die. So that way you can get the rest of the other ones.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just helpful to just wait it out, like, let it raise to the middle before going to the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Alright.
Wait, is it? Hold on a second, I gotta check something.
I know it's so quiet right now. I mean, this topic is kind of... I don't want to call it a dud, because it's, like, a good topic, but there's just not too much to cover.
I know, it's, like, kind of...
It's definitely hard for 30
down
minutes.
a little bit on it.
Who said we had to stick with one topic for this week?
Yeah, because we really
I
don't.
know.
And it kind and
really don't.
like in topic 1 part 2, which right now is still tagged as episode 1, it definitely deviated from the original topic a little bit. But we probably shouldn't have much meta discussion. That might end up being an issue.
Yeah.
What if balance from 3 being an endless mode game? How would that work?
Uh-oh, I don't know.
Abamo.
No idea, because if you're gonna have balancing just go downwards like a bunch of times and back up and back down and back up and back down, back up, back down, back up, back, and all that.
Yeah, so it would be the
chaotic.
difference, but like it would still have the difference technique, but like how would it be weighted? Would it be weighted more or less because you're on like... Okay, Rocky Place says butterflies in 3 though is where you really... Oh my... Butterflies in 3 is where you really strategize.
Yep, and that's basically because every single 25 butterflies, 2 butterflies will start popping up. And then every single 50 butterflies, 3, I think, I don't know, something around 3 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah, and then the number keeps increasing too. Like you end up getting your base number being 2.
And for some reason, I keep losing like on the near 200 or 150 butterflies. It's really strange because it seems like the values are kind of rigged too.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's supposed to get. It has a speed curve and that's supposed to happen, but the speed curve on it is kind of weighted against you.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest things to remember is that at the start of the game, you are not going to get any butterflies on the edge 2 rows, and somehow you have to plan to make that work.
Yep. And I've had it work once before until I got 500 butterflies.
500?
Yes, 500, but I don't have a picture to prove it because it's on an old laptop that I, fortunately, is screwed over, basically.
500 is a high number, and, to think
I've
that...
seen it... And here's the thing. I've once seen somebody get 5,000 butterflies. This is on the Xbox version.
No.
No. I'm gonna put...
Holy Jesus.
At that point, I bet that every single gem is a butterfly.
I want to show you the link. Hold on a second. I'll show you the link.
Okay, we're going to be watching this on it. Alright, so... Ruby says that the edges start spawning at 150, and by god, they are hard to match. I don't think I've actually ever gotten that far. Wait, maybe I have. Q and P4, think back to when you were playing that. Because I know the first mission on it is at 200. Ah, yes.
Alright, there's the link.
There it is.
5,485 butterfly.
Gotta set this
He
up.
says the game was too long. this guy, but this is the user is actually her husband
this
that
is
did
the end.
this, I think, because
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm looking
Of a
at this.
long, long game.
it basically just sends the end of the game, but really
Guys, for
quite amazing.
That is the #1 record, and he doesn't even record it happen. He just says, "This is what happened," and then there's commentary for 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
Yep.
And he cannot recover, because look at that. There's no way to match both of those.
Yeah.
Or drop both of those down. Now, you can get one, but you can't get both of them, and that sucks right there.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's. I can hear somebody playing Matilda too in the background.
Yeah, it's Roy. I'm looking at
Roy.
this, and I'm trying to think, like, is there possibly a way? And
Maybe.
okay, I thought about it for a second. There is, but you have to get a really lucky cascade.
Then that has to be above 11 or 12, basically above 21, unless if you want to go above that far.
It has to be for the minimum amount just to survive for one more turn. It has to be 3, 6 to survive for one more turn. It has to be a 9 cascade.
Yep.
And this blue
And
match, and it has to
If
be
you
like
want
this
to know
blue
how many
match or something like
cascades
that.
I have generated, that's 21, and that's basically 21 cascades in classic mode. RNG took over and basically just did that, and I was like, wow.
That
I have a
is-
video of that to prove it too on my PC, which is good.
You should post it. That's a lot.
I will show you. I know I posted it a billion times, but I'll post it. I'll gladly post it again.
I mean, that's a crown jewel right there.
Yeah, crown jewel, and there's another crown jewel you're gonna find out. This is the 21 cascades.
5,000
Unfortunately,
butterflies
you're gonna
over
have to play
almost
in
600,000 points.
you're gonna have to play it in VLC or some other point media player that supports MKV.
Oh, I don't
There's
think
the
I have
video.
something that supports MKV. I don't have anything that supports MKV.
You're gonna have to download VLC then.
Yeah, I guess I can do that on stream. Let me switch. The
VLC
thing.
will play anything basically that basically just plays back anything.
Yeah,
But
it
this
plays
is the
anything.
21
Not the right
cascade.
plugin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got 21 cascades in there.
Well,
Pretty
look
darn.
at that's a lot, and you gotta think like at some point you cannot like do anything there anymore.
I know.
Oh my gosh, most recent thing is version 3.0.0 of VLC.
Yep.
Actually, now that I think about it, let me scroll up and challenge it.
Alright, I'm downloading the orange cone. Alright, there's a strategy speed thing. Okay, Rocky Plays says there's this strategy speed thing I do in the Firestorm challenge in Twist where I make flame gems by finding one that'll make it the quickest. Yeah, I do that too. It's basically where you like make the easiest setup you can and then do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's some pretty basic technique. I mean you've got 2 steps that you can do, and I'm gonna type these in Discord right now, and then I'm gonna switch back to the other view so that way you guys can see me typing them in. But yeah, it's a pretty simple thing. Where you have it's basically a 2x4 gems, and one of them is and 4 of them are these specific things.
Yep. I think so.
So yeah, that's it.
Right here. Yep.
Yeah, and then
2
you just
in a
rotate
row.
the middle 4. Yeah, and it's that setup, or you can do one where you move, since my cursor's recording, this gem, which is the second one on the top, to the right one. You basically swap those 2, and oh hey look, all right, we got an MP4.
All right, MP4.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ruby,
but
for that.
Thank
We will
God,
be playing
thank
that right
God
now.
that's been converted to MP. Hopefully, why is NKV not supported? I don't understand that. That's one of the questions I have
It's
to
not
ask.
a very common files type. I don't really strategize any in Stratomax info. Okay. For those of you who watch my channel a lot, you would know that I have a big issue with Stratomax 7 on Twist. 3 Stratomax, I don't have an issue with, but Twist, I cannot do for the life of me.
How so?
I
You
don't
literally
know,
have
I
to
just-
generate a bunch of cascades, stuff like that, or at least
Yeah.
a big, huge combination of gems to destroy the whole board or something like that.
Alright, I have the replay playing. Alright. Oh!
Alright, hopefully that.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's because you got 2 of the cubes to detonate at once. So you
Yep.
had less gems with different colors, and then it just keeps going. What the?
It would keep going until it reaches 21.
Oh wow,
And
that
no,
is.
it doesn't max out at times 21. So thank you very
That
much,
is
Fox.
That is something.
That's something you can basically
Stratomax
crown me
pretty
for
much the
king of
precursor to all
cascades, basically.
CCS-like games, even Candy Crush. Yeah, I mean that's the whole basis of it. You have a limited moves to do a certain thing. And if I remember correctly, the wall break minigame on Bejeweled 3 has that too.
Oh, by the way, speaking about cascades,
Yeah.
Oh?
this is what I did about
Let's see.
at the end of the month.
Alright,
This is
Bejeweled
that's the one
Deluxe.
where it has the that weird voice that came in after the Here's this one. This is the one.
The what? And then you just
See,
keep
that's the
playing.
one I like from Roy because he like edited the combo sounds and like added a bunch of shit like saying what the fuck. Look at that.
That is awesome.
9,520 points. That's what they should have included in Bejeweled 3, the amount of points that was totally scored and added it to the score
Yes!
generator.
That should have been a thing.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Also, you are
That
very
little purple blob
very
thing.
fast on the draw on this, Roy. I'm having the
Yeah.
video play right now. And
Yeah,
except for a couple
21
slip-ups that you have here and there, you're pretty fast.
Yep, 21 cascades. I don't know how.
21
That's
cascades.
impossible.
That is ridiculous.
It's
And
impossible.
like a lot of them were just at the top 3 where everything else couldn't be matched, so it was dropping 3 of the same color.
Yeah. Pretty weird.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I'm like the only one that knows how to do it though. It's because you have to let them fall. Don't create any matches. Just let them fall, and then you'll get everything else go absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
But-
it's kind of cool. It's kind of crazy how it happens.
But also, it can also lead you to losing too. Did you know that big combos like that can actually lose really easily? You can lose moves like that. Lose all
yeah,
your
because it
moves.
drops your match count
Yep.
that you have left.
Mm-hmm. But very
Yeah.
lucky indeed. I don't know how I was able to do that, but
And the video that Roy posted was of Bejeweled, and in this you really have to strategize in Bejeweled, like a
Yep.
lot in the original. And the reason why I say this is because of how, like, I don't want to say bad, but how randomized the randomizer is, if that makes any sense. Like, it's not weighted on anything. It's literally just a 1 in 7 chance of each gem.
yep. And then that's why you when I use Ruby Court said right here. This is why Alec mentioned they use my top down strategy to avoid ruining moves by moving to the bottom.
Oh my gosh, you messed that up.
Yeah,
This technique is very useful, but it's kind of hard to do, especially when you got a bunch of hypercubes on the board.
And that, by the way, should have completed the
However-
level.
However,
Yep.
sometimes the top-down technique doesn't work.
I know it doesn't, and that's
Yeah.
one of the things that I have the issue with too. When I have to create moves in the top all the time, but sometimes it runs out of moves in the top, and now you have to move to the bottom, which is kind of more difficult.
Sometimes I actually need. Sometimes I do actually move some moves at the top,
Yeah.
but that's from the bottom, so I can get more matches.
Yeah, that's basically what you gotta do. And then, but the best part of that Bejeweled one, losing trumps completing the level. Oh yeah, you're right. Because if you hit if you hit the complete, if you complete the level, but then you run out of moves, it doesn't let you complete the level.
Yeah, because
I mean, it's an older game.
and that Bejeweled 2 also had that too.
Oh, Bejeweled 2 had that too? Oh.
Yep, it did. It actually had it. You don't have hypercubes and you have no more moves. Level complete. It loses 2. Plus, the level bar, I have an issue with that too because not this is related to the topic we're talking about, but the level bar is very, very difficult to even master, to even complete a level, especially how slow it is. You can't even even the 21 cascades I could have done, that would have automatically completed the level. And for some reason, it didn't.
Yeah, but things are gonna be slow.
Hang on, Rubicore just reminded me of something. It was actually back when competitions were really active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll get the screenshot.
Yeah, get a screenshot, please.
What did it remind you of? You can just explain in words while you're getting
Yeah,
it, I guess.
The score bar underfills Rubicore. I'm gonna tell you this. It will adjust based on overflow, which is even weird. And Charlie even said not many people notice that, and I'm the only one that notices that. Level 16, it should have had the level bar close to completing the level when actually it had it quarter of the way complete, which doesn't make sense to me. 22 is a pretty powerful value.
Wait, so you got enough points to make it overflow so that way it went back?
No, it doesn't. Well, Bejeweled 3 has a different level bar technique, so even if you were to get overflow, it doesn't matter what level you enter. It doesn't affect the level bar
because
anymore,
it just fills it, and then it's like, oh, you hit above this value, okay. And then I guess the smartest thing to do there is instead of doing it as an animation where it just fills up, it actually goes up at that kind of numerical value.
Yeah, it has to. It can't. And Eldinos
one at a time, frame by frame.
Yep. And for some reason, Bejeweled 3 just goes all out, but doesn't know how to, because it averages. It averages if you could, if it's a.
Oh my god!
Holy crap!
That's 1.8 billion. And the level bar goes nuts after level 32. What does that mean? It's just ridiculously.
It does. It flows back.
Yep, it does.
Oh.
It's because the program back then, I think it had to do with something with, because the level bar, it's halfway full, and if you want the level bar to be full, because it's not starting from the beginning, it's halfway full.
It starts at half in action.
Yep. But
guys.
Yeah.
You're not gonna believe this, but in Zen mode and Bejeweled Twist, I just made a supernova gem.
Goody.
Zen mode.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's actually really easy to do.
That is easy to do.
Yeah, there's a
I just got this through, I didn't even make it
There's
on
a
my own.
slightly complicated setup where you can get 5 of them at once.
Yeah.
Really?
MCPY, her name is MCPY or something like that on YouTube.
Yeah, but I've done that. I did a version of that setup which you can use for Dejeweled to try to beat Professional 1, and yeah, it took way too long.
Yeah, the reason why they just I'm just wondering if it has to do with adjusting point values so that you can score higher, but at the same time the level bar will actually be lower so you can score higher, kind of thing. That's why it adjusts like that, so you can score higher, but instead of having the level bar to
so
do that.
Basically it's a certain, I guess, I don't know.
If you have 2,500 points and it completes the level, but if you score if you score 2,500 points and it's a cascade or something like that, it doesn't complete the level because a really high cascade will not complete the level in level 1, which is nuts.
I guess it's gotta be some overflow with the number 65535 because if I remember correctly, that's the 8-bit. That's the 8-bit limit.
Yeah.
No, I think that's the 16-bit limit you're thinking of.
No, the 16-bit limit is over 2 billion.
No,
Oh.
32-bit.
That's
Yeah, it's like
32-bit.
2.1 billion around there.
That's
32-bit.
yeah, that's 32-bit. Not 16.
I thought 16 was like 1.6 million or something. I don't know. But anyways.
I don't know. Last time I checked, the 16-bit was 2.1 billion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we are at the end of our topic and we are out of time. So,
Yep.
I guess we're gonna be stopping it there.
Yep.
Oh shoot, I've been in the wrong thing this entire time. Oh well.